Hello, I'm Rebecca and Intuitive, and this is Masterful Chats. Masterful Chats are short, clear, concise, clarifying conversations designed to uplift, empower, inspire, and support you as you move forward along your spiritual path and in your life's journey. And today's chat is about all or nothing thinking. What drives it? What fuels it? Where are you on the spectrum? But first, for those of you who are returning to my channel, my wonderful subscribers, I'd like to say thank you and hello. And for those of you who are viewing me for the very first time, hello and welcome. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. I would truly appreciate it, and it'll help the channel grow. So now, let's chat about all or nothing thinking. A lot of the world today is in all or nothing thinking. It's very polarizing, it's very black and white, it's very third dimensional. And by third dimensional, I mean it is of the physical plane, it is in linear time, it is very structured in the patriarchy and the patriarchal systems. It's very right, wrong, good, bad. You're either with us or against us. Have to be right. There is no gray. And I want the answers right now. Well, I guess my question is, how's that working out? For you or for people that you know and love who were in that mindset or practice that mindset. That's much of the main media today, these opinion shows, these talking heads, the radio programs, the politicians, right, wrong, good, bad, with us or against us. The bottom line is it really is a form of cognitive dissonance. There are so many things in the world. There's so much diversity. There are nuances. When we hear institutions and people and media outlets screaming at the top of their lungs, vying for our attention, pushing polarity, I would really ask you to stand back and observe and ask yourself what is in it for them, because they want your energy and they want your attention, and more than likely they're functioning on a profit model. The egoic mind, the monkey mind, loves right, wrong, good, bad. It loves separation. That's what the ego does for us when we are born into this planet. Initially, it helps us distinguish ourselves from others physically. The first 7 years of a child's life, for the most part, though, they secure their identity through their parents. But after that, they are able to define themselves as an individual. And as they move out into the world, developing relationships and developing themselves in conjunction with a balanced mind, as well as utilizing their internal guidance system, a compass, their feelings, their gut instincts, both the mind and the feelings can function in harmony together, the best of both worlds, the masculine mind and the feminine of the feelings. However, that's not what we're seeing play out in the world today with all of its chaos. 30 to 40 years ago, the masculine, the structure, the order, everything was pretty well locked down and rigid. But with the divine feminine coming in, the ultimate creative principle, things have loosened up quite a bit. And it's allowed us to see where structures are not in integrity, where systems need reworking, where people are not in integrity. It has allowed us to view this front row seats, bring on the popcorn. Some days are prettier than others. But if you are focusing on the chaos and you're focusing on the destruction, you're going to be seeing a lot of all or nothing thinking. And it's very possible that in your life, you may have people who are of that mindset, who don't want to hear any discussion where it's their way or the highway, where you're either agreeing with them or you're not. And for the most part, there is no curiosity there. There's no potential for expansion or other options or a conversation. And I would offer you a simple word of advice is don't engage. Or you can deflect and say, well, I understand, that's your opinion, and I respect that. This game of polarity is only going to get more intense as we move forward toward the 2024 presidential election. We've seen how organizations and people are going to be doubling and tripling down. And it's not just the political, it's also some of the religious organizations that are telling people how they should feel, how they should vote, what they should do. And as I said, and I'm going to repeat it again, the masculine is all about order and control when it is unbalanced. And after thousands of years of the patriarchy, it has become very unbalanced. And we are seeing in these pivotal years just how unbalanced it has become. Quite often, individuals who are using black and white, all or nothing thinking, are coming from a place of great fear and a need to control. They may be upset by all the chaos out in the world. They may feel untethered and isolated and alone. And many religious institutions promote this way of thinking, promote this way of being. So I would ask you to do an internal check and see where you are on the continuum. If you are leaning toward right, wrong, good, bad, 3D thinking, or if you're more curious and can open things up and allow for different options and possibilities. Much of the world today is very unsettled by the changes that have occurred over the last 20 plus years. Many people and institutions want to turn back the clock. And many of those institutions, if you look at what they are saying to you, are invested deeply in the culture wars, in the patriarchy, and in the third dimension of right, wrong, good, bad. You're either with us or against us. That world viewpoint, that world is on its way out. And yes, we have things occurring on the planet that are horrific. We have basically religious wars going on. We have nations invading other nations. We have a tremendous amount of chaos caused by the disruption and the dismantling of the patriarchal system. But the genie is not going to be put back into the bottle. We are going to be moving forward. And flexibility and adaptability is key for each one of us individually, for our families, our communities, as well as nationally and internationally. We need to begin to ask ourselves, how could this be possible? Or what if this was possible? To push the boundaries of our understanding and our knowledge on many levels. People going into fear quite often shut down and close off the world around them. And for them to feel safe, others need to agree with their worldview. It becomes too uncomfortable if other people and institutions and systems are going against what they believe and hold to be truth. And for those today who are locked in rigid belief systems and who are in fear, the world throughout this year is not going to seem very kind to them. Because as more changes come forward, more energetics ask for expansion, they will be rocked to their core. If one can open up and be curious and ask questions and be inquisitive, they're going to have a much easier time. The all or nothing thinking quite often derives from a belief that a person is losing something. And on top of that, they cannot see their place in the future where the world appears to be going. So they hold on to what they know with all their might, which creates tremendous stress and anxiety and confusion. So if you find yourself assuming a position of all or nothing, ask yourself, where is this coming from? Ask yourself if there's really anything to be afraid of, truly afraid of, or is it just a belief system or something you were told, something you were given when you were small? Something about, well, this has to be the way of the world just because. Many of us are taught things when we're very young and we're very malleable by our families, by religious institutions, by mentors. But that does not mean that we have to carry it with us throughout our lives. So be brave. Question yourself. Question your belief systems. Be curious about you. Be curious about others. Know that the noise is going to get louder. The cacophony will continue. And be sure that you focus on your life and what you can do and what you can control. Ask yourself if you start to feel off balance, out of control, exhausted, where are you placing your focus? And if it's outside on the world or on others, bring it back to you. Bring it back to your life. Bring it back to what you can control, which is only you. And focus on the joy and the love and the laughter in your life. Be kind to yourself and others. Know that we're all in this together. And if someone in your life is in a very polarized frame of mind and has all or nothing thinking, give them some space and give them some grace. Don't engage. You're not going to change their mind. Let them be who they are on their path at this time. And bring your focus back to you. Thank you for being with me today for this Masterful Chat. I truly appreciate you. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. And until we chat again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Blessings.